A very good day, sir. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Shalini, daughter of Munusami, and my group members are Priyadarshini, Durga, Shaundari, and Sandhya. We are here to talk about the case study we did in our group assignment. The title of the case study is Balancing Values, an Indian Perspective on Corporate Values from Scandinavia.
To begin with, a huge issue arises because of corporate goals are difficult to implement. There have been disagreements and miscommunication among team members, and there have been arguments about management methods. This content may be explained by Indian tradition. Traditional Indian culture and modern Indian culture are two different cultures, so people who are closely linked with either culture may have problems almost entirely due to cultural differences, with the main issue likely emerging from those who still hold a high esteem for the traditional caste system and find it difficult to cooperate with those from lower caste. Furthermore, second will be Farmac's corporate value of empowerment of employees poses a significant difficulties. The ability of each employee to make independent judgment is vital, so according to the company's management. Certainly, the executive desire confident and powerful employees, but not everyone at Farmac's India subsidiary, such as the Indian, is capable of directing their own projects due to their scholarly achievement, according to a research. The third one will be the organization should place a higher importance on Amrita's leadership. So the headquarters consider Amrita's management style as more authoritative, and they are urging her to change it to that of a coach, in which she mostly assign assignments and provide less directive. This management style is unpopular in India, which is why companies does not accept it, and they were having an issue on it. The final issue that developed in this scenario can be explained by Hofstede's cultural difference framework, which examines power distance, collective and individualism, and the topic of masculinity and femininity in the different culture, which done by a research in 2015. So, the Denmark being a Western country favors an individualistic culture over the collectivistic culture that dominates in India. So uncertainty avoidance is stronger in India than it is in Denmark, which explains why Indian employees are slow to respond and prefer to accept their boss order rather than do their work on their own. So that's all from me for the question 1. Thank you.
Hello sir, I'm Priyadarshini Ganesan. I would like to explain about question 2. Starting with, when Amrita empowers the employees, they get upset because in the Indian context, their expectations are to be told what to do by the manager. They stick to the instruction and do not want to go out of the lines. Next, promotion is expected by Amrita for the employees to motivate them. Also, the organization is considerably flat when compared to other companies, and expectation is having more titles to see the hierarchy clearly. Moreover, the potential quarterly prizes for recognition. This should be a great idea, and they can improve their performance and do well. Lastly, the caste system has influence on social relationship and politics as well. Lastly, Neil's adventure comment there is no practice for cause at Palm's central command, and that most individuals would think that it is pretentious or even somewhat crazy to display such as declaration on their divider. In any case, he listened cautiously without intruding. At last, he says that he observed a thought intriguing to taking into account that several the middle stop. Furthermore, aggressive monetary investigators have as of late given in their application and acknowledged situation with significant US process organization. Thank you.
Hi sir, my name is Shantha here. My question is, step out of Amita role and answer the following. Do you feel that the measure taken to implement the cooperative value recognized work in the financial service center have been appreciated? The measures taken to implement the corporate value and recognized work in the financial service center have been appreciated because HR activities play a part in developing business culture according to the corporate culture. HR activities, for example, are vital in building company culture identity. HR actions that contribute to the development of company culture, including hiring and selection method, whereby companies hire or purchase people who are appear to have certain skill. Value that similar programs for training and development, as well as incentive and promotion system, are also available activities that strengthen the value system of the company. Moreover, this type of reinforcement is thought to lead to personnel who are more commitment and productive, as a result exhibit proper behavior. Fewer split control systems are required. Another method is to place employees. Proceeds institute a reward system in which is direct supervisor judge employees' performance in order to award a bonus prize to employee with the best score each quarter. Besides that, Amita expects staff to be promoted in order to stimulate them compared to the other organization. The organization is extremely flat, and more titles are needed to perceive the hierarchy clearly. Furthermore, the team leaders should be focused of attention to ensure that they understand what empowerment and information sharing entail, and that they put into the practice their dismissal in India. Top management must decide how they will plan their global HR framework. Last but not least, the team leaders should be focus of attention to ensure that they are understood what empowerment and information sharing details and that are put into their practice into their teams. Thank you.
Thank you, teammate. I'm gonna talk about the question 4. Would you done anything differently? There are a few things that should have done differently. When looking at the company values and the cultures involved, they need to know how to translate this to achieve a perfect balance between the employers and the employee. And we will have to knowledgeable about the importance of the organization's values and reason along with the changes. We should have a team meeting where Amrita will discuss the corporate values and the process of achieving it. A team workshop will be held to develop the ideas and instruct the staff on what is expected on them and how they can help the company to be successful. And also need to give employees the freedom to speak about when they are disagree with the company's conduct or to take on a new projects that are they enthusiastic about it in order to foster an empower culture and creating a recognition culture in which graduate and appreciation are delivered often and in real time. It also aids in the resiliency of an organization. Following that, we would be provide certain career management programs such as an exchange program in which some personals like from India office would work virtually for a few months on a project at the headquarters. Like this will promote trust and teamwork among the employees and employees as well. And employees will learn how to successfully and efficiently transition to the company's principle through these programs and which will eventually lead to their becoming a corporate citizens also. Like another nice option would have been to incorporate a team's comments and see what they had to say. Like this could have aided in determining what important to the people and who are affected by their decisions. And this also would have given us more information to make better informed conclusions about the cultural difference. Thank you. That's all from me.
I'm going to explain about how should one proceed now to achieve the best possible result for farmers Indian Financial Service Center. Briefly, medicine spending in India is projected to grow 9.12% over the next 5 years, leading India to become one of the 10 top countries in terms of medical spending. Going forward, better growth in domestic sales would also depend on the ability of companies to align their product portfolio towards chronic therapies for diseases such as cardiovascular, anti-diabetes, antidepressants, and anti-cancers, which are on the rise. Continues, the Indian government has taken many steps to reduce costs and bring down healthcare expenses. Speedy introduction of generic drugs into the market has remained in focus and is expected to benefit the Indian pharmaceutical companies. In addition, the thrust on rural health programs, life-saving drugs, and preventive vaccines also augurs well for the pharmaceutical companies. The second factor is market size. Moving into market size, according to the Indian Academic Survey 2021, which is last year, the domestic market is expected to grow 3 times in the next decade. India's domestic pharmaceutical market is estimated at US 42 billion in 2021 and likely to reach US 65 billion by 2024 and further expand to reach US 120 to 130 billion by 2030. India's biotechnology industry comprises biopharmaceuticals, bioservice, bioagriculture, bioindustry, and bioinformatics. In the global pharmaceutical sector, India is a significant and rising player. India is the world's largest supplier of generic medications, accounting of 20% of worldwide supply by volume and supplying about 60% of the global vaccination demand. In the Indian pharmaceutical sector is worth US 42 billion and ranks third in the terms of volume and 13th in the terms of value worldwide. Moving forward to the third factor is export. India is the 12th largest exporter of medical goods in world. The country's pharmaceutical sector contributes 6.6% to the total merchandise export. As of May 2021, India supplied a total of 586.4 lakh COVID-19 vaccines comprising grants, 81.3 lakhs commercial exports, 339.7 lakh and exports under the COVAX platform, 165.5 lakh to 71 countries. Thank you. That's all for my part.
Last but not least, the summary of the case study is, in her proposal to Niels, Amrita suggests the introduction of a reward system where employees are rated for their performance by their intermediate superiors in order to give a bonus prize to the employee with the highest score each quarter. In this matter, Niels didn't quite follow her suggestion. He felt that a reward system would indeed be appreciated by the local employees, and he had been told that it is customary in most companies in Bangalore. Like, he worried, however, like Amrita got the idea would be conducive to teamwork. Therefore, he has devised a system where people are not only rated by their superiors for their individual performance as well, but also by their colleagues for their ability to share knowledge and collaborate. In this way, the reward system can be served not just to motivate hard work, but to promote the Parmak's values of openness and knowledge sharing too. The system was introduced recently, so no one has received a bonus prize yet. Like, when it was presented, he felt that it was received, but Niels is eager to hear Amrita's opinion on whether or not it has had any impact yet. Amrita tells him that she believes that employees are genuinely happy with the introduction of the bonus prize, something which they had long found to be missing in the Pharmax. But she proceeds to tell him that a problematic recent episode, like Bhavendra's team has been given a special assignment by the headquarters. It consists into a critical financial analysis of a business unit in Germany that is experiencing like some severe difficulties. The financial report will form part of the basis of the strategic decision as to whether or not to close the unit down. Like, because of his intelligence qualification, Shankar has been asked to take on the main responsibility of this task, and he is very happy to accept. The problem is that he has become very possessive of this task and disclosed next to nothing about it at the team's daily mornings meetings. And also, Balvinder finds and Amrita agrees that everyone on the team could learn something about the Pharmax business from this important strategic management. And therefore, he asked Shankar last week to involve his colleagues and delegate some of the less complicated tasks involved. And then, like this, however, did not happen. The team leader took it up with Shankar again after some days. He seems rather annoyed. Amrita, who overheard their conversation as they passed Shankar's cubicle, was shocked to hear Shankar tell Balvinder that he intends to rate him as poorly as possible, and tell Shivesh, like one of the colleagues of the team, to do the same. Like, he keeps nagging him. Like, Balvinder has not brought this issue up to Amrita, but she would like to do something about it when she raised the issue during an informal chat with Ganesh this morning. Like, he defended Shankar and he pointed out that he has exceptional qualifications and he's very hardworking, so he will be able to do the job better and faster on his own without spending any time or involving the others. Amrita had to agree this is probably true, but somehow she finds it beside the point. Niels says that they have to find a way to deal with the problems in Bhavendra's team, but he needs some time to think about it. Like, right now they have to decide like what to tell Sebastian about their progress, the issues that remain to be solved, and their suggestions to the future action.
Thank you, sir. That's all from us.